Howdy do, gang. Currently, I'm here enjoying my summer, soaking up the rays in Vero Beach, Florida. But that's not what this video is about today. It's actually a very special video because I did my second ever podcast, and I did it with my bro, Snappy Patchy. My man is a self-proclaimed strongest photographer in the nation. And we hung out, talked about my beginnings with weightlifting, my mindset going into competitions, his kid, 𝙁𝙀𝙍𝙍. We was everywhere and we was just hanging. And so you can find the entire podcast this next upcoming Friday on his YouTube channel. I'll go ahead and link that down below. Make sure y'all subscribe so you don't miss the whole thing. But today, I'm gonna be posting a little clip, a little teaser of it. So if y'all are ready for that, then let's waste no time. Let's get this collab popping.
All right. Welcome to another episode of the 𝙁𝙀𝙍𝘼 platform.
Is that Snappy? That's Snappy.
Now, as a lifter, you've been doing this for 6 years. Mm-hmm. How do you deal with plateaus? Because I know you've had to hit some plateaus.
Well, if y'all know anything about me, you know I have undergone 2 knee surgeries, and that's pretty much the definition of a plateau, not a decline, at least physically. And so that's obviously, it hurts a little bit, and you kind of just got to get over yourself and kind of put your ego aside and just focus on, all right, like, how can I make the best out of this? How can I still grow from this? And so really it just came down to just me not feeling bad for myself. And once I did that, I'm like, I kind of went into competitive code mode, like, all right, I can still be improving more than these dudes, okay, even with a messed up leg. And so really plateaus, there's never really plateaus. Like with weightlifting, like we said earlier, it's ruthless, but you can always improve in something, you can always grow. And so if, like my stepdad Matt used to say, MJB photos.
Big homie.
If whenever I have a bad day in weightlifting, it was always if you're not feeling good today, if you feel like you're not improving physically, you're improving mentally. Yeah. And so it's like it's always a test. Weightlifting's always a test. It's really comes down to just you versus the barbell, which is also just you versus yourself. And so just finding opportunities to grow from the plateaus and realizing that it's not really a plateau. You're just still figuring things out and just, loading up the rubber band. So when you spring you're gonna be gone.
Minor setback for major comeback.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's cool, man. But you touched on something there. You said if you're not getting better physically, you're getting better mentally. Mm-hmm. I think that's possible. I feel like it depends on the athlete.
Yeah, definitely your approach for sure.
Yeah, because sometimes people get to that spot where they're kind of stuck at something, and then mentally they give up.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know what I mean? You're right about that. Yeah.
So depending on what type of athlete you are, you're either gonna be like, okay, cool, I'm gonna. Actually, my cousin who's a rapper says, one of his songs, he said, if you're feeling stuck, sometimes you got to readjust. Mm-hmm. I mean, and some people just quit. Like I've seen people just be like, you know what, man, I'm not progressing anymore. I'm done with this.
Yeah, and I mean, yeah, not everyone's built for it.
Yeah. So, but if you know what I mean, like if you are in that space where you're like me, you've been stuck, at 111 kilo snatch for 2 years in a row, or whatever. Just like you can't give up. Exactly.
And weightlifting, I don't care like what you want to like think about it. It's a long game, It's always. It's not a short term type thing. Like, so it's really just whoever's going the longest is gonna win the most. You know, so it's all about just sustainability, whatever it is to just keep going, just show up in the gym, even if you're not feeling good, just show up, get that participation medal, and that's doing more than what you think,
Doing more than most people who are just sitting back and not putting in the work.
Or quitting, like you said. Yeah.
So in
This fly is loving you right now. I don't know if you
Man,
can tell.
man, listen, I was trying to avoid it, but yeah, man, I don't know what it is, man. Oh, cool. So I was gonna touch on like when you're doing CrossFit, it's easy to see your progress, like because there's so many movements and so many different avenues you could grow in, right? But in weightlifting, I don't think we ever think about seeing our progress there because we only count snatch and clean and jerk.
Right.
But like I feel like the way to assess your progress in weightlifting is your form. You know what I mean, you have to get an understanding of where you're trying to get form wise, and then start looking, like how you're moving.
Yeah.
Like if you have like a cue that you've been working on for a while and you finally get that, like that's something that you need to celebrate.
Exactly.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You don't always have to just celebrate.
And
the
it's hard
PRs.
too, because I mean, naturally, it's like we just look for the quantifiable goals, and a lot of people look at weightlifting and they're like, oh, you know when you're getting better because your numbers go up, like it's that easy. But it's not always that black and white, And I think a lot of people get lulled into that mentality, and then when they don't see their numbers going up, they're just like, oh, I'm trash, like I'm not progressing. When it's not always the case, like your technique and your body's always changing, and so it's like you could be doing good, like I don't even know, like if you're doing 80%, like there's a difference between like struggling out in 80% and like snapping 80%. Like 80%, it's snapping. But it's still the same number. But it's you really got to go off of feel and just how you want your technique to look. Yeah. And it's not always easy to like be able to tell your progress because it's not like a telltale number. But I mean, that's the nature of the sport.
Yeah, it feels good when those numbers hit, but it could be very discouraging if the numbers stop moving. You know what I mean? That scale starts to, you hit that wall, but you just keep pushing, man.
Exactly.
That's really what I'm trying to get out of this. Like I want you guys to know that you got to keep pushing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But yeah,
'cause you really are doing. You're doing more just by pushing than you think.
Yeah.
Like it's not just like you're showing up for no reason. Like that perseverance is gonna come through at some time. You're gonna realize it. You're gonna be like, oh, that's what that test was for.
Yeah.
Like I said, weightlifting is just a series of tests. You just they testing you, see if you can get through it.
Yeah. You can't fail until you quit.
Exactly.
Yeah,
that's exactly right.
Yeah, you
that's
can't
exactly
fail
right.
until you quit, man. So.
All right, and that's all y'all get for now. Do not forget to go to his channel, subscribe so y'all can see the full podcast. And also, I have another big announcement for you guys specifically. I announced that I am doing a huge weightlifting giveaway. And I'm giving away items from all types of companies that you may know, such as Onyx Straps, Ramwad, 𝙁𝙀𝙍. We'll have all types of clothes, food, weightlifting equipment, and the whole thing is valued at over $450. And so you can easily enter the giveaway for free, link down below. Then make sure y'all go ahead and share with your friends so they can get in on the action too. And so with that said, I'm gonna catch y'all next Monday where I introduce the winner and drop another banger. Be there or be square. We out of here.